Jets taking on the Cleveland Browns.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I play?
Yeah, you play defense. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Mayfield now quickly into the hands of Beckham. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Intended for Allen Robinson. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, Ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt.
For the Browns.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Well, CD, the big story today, obviously the courageous return of one of the league's best quarterbacks. You remember when he was injured back in the early part of the season, the assumption was that he'd be out for the rest of the season, and that was really only reinforced last week when he was cleared to return to action, but the decision was made to keep him on the sidelines. But now he's back with a full week of practice under his belt.
Yeah, from the sounds of it, it sounds like because he was cleared to go, that it was a personal decision to stay on the sidelines last week, and how well that was received in the locker room, we're not too sure. We asked a few questions, haven't gotten some real answers on it, but we know he's back starting today and trying to stay undefeated on the season. As long as he sat out because he thought he wasn't 100% and might hurt his team with his play, I think his teammates will understand that and rally around him today as he gives it a go.
A nice pass there. And, Charles, how important do you think it is that the coaching staff helps him get in a good rhythm early on?
Oh, I think it's crucial, and I guarantee it's something they all talked about this whole week. He, the coaching staff, back and forth with each other, the whole offensive unit. Remember, he's had a 3-month layoff and only 1 week of practice, so there's going to be some rust. But they can get him in a groove right from the start, get him some easy completions, some 1st down throws. I think the rest of the game will be much easier for him and for his team.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just a second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe try to find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Mills on the tackle. A gain of 7. 1st down, Browns.
Mayfield over the middle to Beckham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had too.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Throw complete to Herndon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports Halftime Report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Browns' 5-yard line.
Dancing to his, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder there to make the grab. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
After review of the play,
it took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Browns drive about to get started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jordan Jenkins, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
It's now third down and less than a yard.
Back to throw. And it's caught by Herndon. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Mack Wilson gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Robinson His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are going to take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The 10-play drive that time, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching.
Jarvis Landry, the 40, the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 74 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Back to throw again. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. He's going to look deep now for Landry. He's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Mayfield.
Jarvis Landry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have moved out in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's a spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want to be. Home, have the ball, a chance to win the game, control your own destiny, as you noted. But here's the thing. Don't let the crowd get too involved if you're this team now. You've got to make sure you let them carry you, but not cause you to do things out of what you're supposed to do, right? Take you away from focusing and concentrating on the game.
Because sometimes you get so amped from the crowd that can carry you into spots you don't want to be. Is that what you're saying?
From experience, sometimes that crowd gets so involved in it and you get involved with them that you end up making plays or trying to do things that maybe you shouldn't have done.
Back to throw now on first down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and it'll bring up third down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
27-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
On the carry.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
2 yards on the
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. 27 yards there, a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
At the 33-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. This highly anticipated return of their quarterback going to end after only one game, and now His team will be confronted with some potentially difficult decisions this offseason.
I'd say among the most difficult decisions a franchise has to make. Ownership, the front office, everyone's going to be involved with this one now, because after a serious injury, you really evaluate your quarterback to see how he comes back, or if he can come back, and can he play at the same level you saw before. Their biggest decision this offseason,
without your money or not. Already had a plan.
After the game, I was even more sore than I expected I would be. I suppose that should have been a sign that the news I'd be getting from Coach wasn't great. The news was devastating, especially since I'd already worked so hard to come back from this injury once. But because I had to come back once, I knew that with a cautious approach, I could come back again. I don't think I've ever been as nervous for the regular season as I was when I returned from injury. Felt like a rookie again, only this time I knew I had even more to prove. The thought of never stepping on an NFL field was all the motivation I needed to not only get back, but to be an even better leader than I had ever been.
Day. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, Jason Myers set to kick off. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
First down, New York.
Plenty of excitement in this stadium and all throughout the league as we kick off another NFL season. And there's no shortage of storylines to keep an eye on across the NFL. But, Charles, what has you most intrigued about this matchup we're about to see?
Well, it's almost embarrassing to admit because it's essentially low-hanging fruit. But I'm as eager as everyone at home to see the return of one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He came back for one playoff game last year, but he admitted that might have been a premature return. Now with an entire offseason, training camp to prepare, he's ready to lead his team again.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Allen Robinson, 48 yards. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead.
40 extra points.
Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact,
into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Well, certainly they're hoping that he continues to pile up those completions. And, Charles, we heard him go on record and say during the offseason he kind of reevaluated his approach to the game. So with that being the case, what are you expecting to see from him this year?
And one of the things you pointed out before we even got to this game was just how refreshingly honest he was about how the injury forced him to change the way he plays. I think that he knew that in order to be successful moving forward, he had to take film study a little more seriously, take care of his body a little bit better, and really get back to the basics of the game and focus on the mechanics. And I think that he's ready to roll now.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on?
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Jet touchdown.
Nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
25-yard line.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, New York.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
A good pickup there. For 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
46-yard line.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10.
Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Quarterback is sacked.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll drop the throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. They'll start the drive with Elliott. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's a gain of
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening. There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 63 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. Right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead.
The pass.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Back to throw here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
They'll set up to throw. Out right here to Herndon. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Intercepted.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. But one more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin our trip around the NFL.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Carter now on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Holding, receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row, and now a pickup of 8.
41-yard line.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got him. And the Jets are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Robinson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he knocks it through. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. But he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of 2 yards.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Back now in Arlington. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustrating.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
New York.
Allen Robinson there to make the grab. And the Jets will extend their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. You're going to get him. Sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He's got a first. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They run it again with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Call it a gain of 5, fourth down now.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set.
That keeps the score Jets 28, Cowboys 7.
The Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Wide open. Amari Cooper. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
14.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
1st and 10 at the 13.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Prescott.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Prescott.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
It's 4th down.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Buying, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Kamara. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Kamara.
Kamara on the handoff.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. How about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
You couldn't ask for a better start to the season than this one. And don't want to put too much stock in it, but a Week 1 win really in the return for a quarterback that they weren't sure would ever get back to what he once was.
And you and I both know there's going to be a lot of debate about whether or not he was looking better today than he has in the past. But what's not up for debate, they won the game. And in the process, I do think he made a lot of people question whether or not he'd be able to come back as a starter. Look just a little bit foolish.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.
I was pleased with how I played, and it felt like Coach's confidence was returning also. I really believe we had a decent chance of turning the season around. It's funny that such a short and simple conversation can be such a turning point. But in retrospect, we probably had already reached the turning point by then.